guys, I've just seen this news and I was like, whenever I am, I'm gonna react to it because I'm a big fan of Zack Snyder and what he did with the 4-hour film and the way he took us on different story arcs. And when they said they were not continuing the trilogy, I was devastated, to be honest with you. I've never sat down for 4 hours and actually watched and enjoyed a movie. That was an epic experience. So let me check out this Zack Snyder confirms Snyderverse trilogy or more. It's a question, so we're not sure if it's gonna go ahead.
Zack Snyder has just released a poster promoting the Snyderverse trilogy, and it has half the fandom believing he's confirming that the Snyderverse will be restored, and the other half believing he is moving on. Hey everyone, welcome back to our movie news. Zack Snyder has released the very first poster for SnyderCon, and it has the fandom talking a lot. Does it mean he's moving on, or is he teasing more? Well, hopefully we can work that out in today's video.
Hopefully he's coming back, because I'm ready. I'm ready for that. Honestly, like, I've never felt like a proper nerdy fan of a universe like Zack Snyder, what he did with from the Man of Steel up to whatever we did when we saw his cart, the Snyder cart, where he had all these characters. It was an interesting journey, and I don't remember last time I went to the cinema and watched something and I was like, whoa. So the first movies that got released in the cinema, they were great, and then when I sat down to watch his cart, that was like 4 hours of undisturbed time of my life of escapism. I was part of the universe. So let's see what they're saying.
The caption of his poster, Snyder said this: "Super excited for this incredible 3-day event to benefit AFSP. Look for the link to purchase your tickets tomorrow at 8 AM PDT. Thank you, Warner Brothers, for all your support helping to make this happen." So here is the poster for the Snyderverse. Now, first off, this is an amazing poster. I know that I am definitely getting this printed off and framed because this has to be one of my favorite DC posters of all time. Now to focus on the details. The monument that is placed front and center is of Superman, created in Batman v Superman to thank Superman for saving the Earth from Zod. In Batman v Superman, it was destroyed by Doomsday and stayed destroyed all the way through the Snyder Cut. So for this poster, they have put Superman's statue back together. But
could this be that it's back? I don't know. Let's keep watching.
That part because it is very important to those who believe that this is Snyder saying there will be more Snyderverse to come. Now, the title above the statue says 10 Years of Heroes, 3 Epic Movies, 1 Man's Vision. And below, we have all 6 of our Justice League heroes logos. Placed below the statue, we have our main title, the Snyderverse Trilogy. So when I first saw this poster and the caption used, it implied to me that this was Snyder saying it was over. The title stating the Snyderverse is just a trilogy, and the caption thanking Warner Brothers for their help, all indicated to me that Snyder was moving on, as Grace Randolph did report that Warner Brothers were helping with the event in some way that would allow Snyder to say goodbye to DC and to move on to Rebel Moon. However, since then, fans have been breaking the poster down even more and have come up with some interesting theories. First of all, the statue. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the statue was destroyed and was never put back together. However, in this poster, you can clearly tell it has been pieced back together.
Yeah, it looks like it's been put together, but I'm not sure how it looked in the other previous movie. But yeah, let's keep watching.
In other words, it has been restored. Now, they could have used the original statue that wasn't broken for this poster, but Snyder decided to clearly show the cracks in the statue to show that it was pieced back together. Could this be the first clue of Snyder hinting that the Snyderverse is going to be restored? This next clue was discovered by Sammy, also known as Snyder Queen on Twitter. The other clue is the hand positioning of the statue. Now, if we look at the statue from Batman v Superman, we can see the right hand has 3 fingers curled and 2 fingers stretched out, with the left hand angled up in the air as if he's reaching out for something. Now, if we look at the poster's version, the right hand remains the same, 3 fingers curled and 2 outstretched, but the left hand is clearly different. This time faced.
Can't believe these guys have time to go through and find all these details. I don't even remember how the statue looked in the previous movie. But yeah, let's keep watching. It's quite interesting detail. Could it be like they're gonna do 5 movies from the 5 palm representation of the statue? But yeah, this looks new and put together, like broken pieces put together.
More towards us in a high 5 position. Now, we all know Snyder loves cryptic messages, and this could have been his latest one. Sammy believes that the left hand has changed to display the 5 movies that make up the Snyderverse: Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and Justice League 2 and Justice League 3. And the right hand having 3 fingers curled implies the 3 movies we already have: Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and the Snyder Cut. And the 2 fingers outstretched are the 2 movies we are waiting for: Justice League 2 and Justice League 3. Now, all I would say is this would 100% be the actual message Snyder is hinting at if he is still doing cryptic posts. If this is intended as a cryptic poster by Snyder, then I completely believe that this is the message he is trying to hint at, and if that is the case, then I think it would confirm that the Snyderverse will be restored in some form. But that is the problem right now. We don't know if Snyder is being cryptic or not. We don't know. No one knows. People can have their own opinion, but no one factually knows if Snyder is being cryptic or not, and so no one factually knows if Snyder has moved on. We are all just stating our opinions on this, and unfortunately, some are stating it as fact. Snyder confirmed on Vero that every post he makes has another meaning to it, so there are some solid grounds to believe that this poster is one of those double meaning posts. However, we don't know if that comment is still relevant today. All I know is Snyder loves his cryptic posts and has been doing them since the release the Snyder Cut days, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is another one of them. I know some people mention the Universal logo being at the bottom of the poster and hoping it might mean something, but it's just there as the IMAX screening of the Snyder Cut is being held at the Universal City IMAX screen. So unfortunately, that doesn't mean anything. All I would ask are these questions. Why did they change the hand position? Why didn't they use the Superman statue before it was destroyed? Why did they use the restored version of the statue? We haven't seen the statue rebuilt yet, so why use it? I think these are all valid questions that may have perfectly normal answers, but to not ask them and instead just see what we want to see instead of other potential answers too could be a bad call. I think there are very valid arguments for both sides. Everything from the actual poster and the caption implies he is moving on. But if it is a cryptic post, then it could mean he is continuing. It really depends on what perspective you look at.
Please continue. We're excited about these movies.
From, and so to not at least ask those questions would be a dangerous avenue to go down. And that goes for life in general. To only see our own point of view and to not at least look at and deeply think about the other side's point of.
Let's go back to that scene when Superman looked at Darkseid. I was like, bring it on. So that means in Justice League 2 and 3, there's gonna be some badass wars. Like it's gonna be like proper destruction, like the way DC does the things. And I just want Zack Snyder to do it. Honestly, I cannot wait to see this event. If they announce, if he comes back, that'll be me locked in for a few other movies that I'll be excited to go and see.
Would mean that we aren't open to other ideas that may be better than our own or actually may be the truth. I can't speak for others, but that's how I plan to go through life. Sure, I may have my own views on things, but I try to be as open as I can to other people's points of view because they may be better than my own, or they may be able to expand my knowledge on a certain topic. So to bring it back to this topic about the Snyderverse, my first thought was that I believed this meant Snyder was moving on. But since listening to the other side of the argument, there are some indications that my original thought may not be the truth. And that's not me saying saying I now think the Snyderverse is going to be restored, and that's what Snyder is hinting at. I'm saying that both sides have very valid points in the context they are stated in. If Snyder has moved on, and this is a goodbye event, then this poster would very much indicate that he is moving on. But if Snyder hasn't moved on, and his posts are still being cryptic, then this poster could indicate that he is teasing at more to come. But I'll be happy with either outcome. Either Snyder moves on and is happy, or the Snyderverse is restored and Snyder is happy. Either option is a good option for Snyder, and so is a good option for us fans. I'm going into it hoping for the Snyderverse, but expecting him to move on, and I'll be happy with whatever the outcome is. So make sure to let me know what you think of this information. Do you think Snyder is moving on and fans are overthinking it, or do you think Snyder is being cryptic and the Snyderverse is going to be restored? Let me know in the comments below. But that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. I hope...
I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. I don't know if he's moving on or if he's just announcing this. There's a few hints there though from that poster that he could be continuing to do the verse, his universe. So it's kind of hard to tell. I just have to wait and see. But this would be absolutely exciting if they can just give the guy a shot to do his own thing with Netflix. He's already got a good relationship with Netflix. They're doing some good films with Rebel Moon, and then you've got James Gunn doing his own thing with his own Superman. That's great, but just let the guy continue his, and I'm sure the fans will know where to go to watch. Anyway guys, don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, let me know in the comments, do you think Zack Snyder is moving on, or he's gonna keep doing the Zack Snyder universe? I'm not sure. I guess we just have to wait for the 3-day event and figure that out.